like that. They've got to have a little bit of discipline at the back still.
Stephen. So much to be gained from European football in terms of prestige and fame around the continent, but of course financially as well. Haley is onside, found by Ian Ferguson.
He's not happy, Duncan Ferguson. Look at his face. But he won't be happy either, Mark Haley, because he's better than this. Loses his marker totally. He's looking just to play it across the face of the goal. You can see why Duncan Ferguson's upset, because he also lost his marker in that near post area and was completely free.
Duncan Ferguson had a goal disallowed here against Partick on Saturday. He's hit the post 3 times in his previous appearances. Desperate to get off the mark. No handball. Datilov. Tremenliev for the throw. Well, Rangers having the territorial supremacy. Tremenliev. Robertson is giving the ball back to Borimirov. Here's McCall. He radiates energy. Yankov. So Jeff Haley trying to dispossess the sweeper. Yankov able to give him an avenue. And looks to pass the ball. Tremenliev. Now Todorov. Well, that was arguably their first real effort at goal. It was mishit by Grigorash, but what was more impressive was the build-up play.
It gets in very easily for me as well. Grigorash walks into acres of space. Didn't have to do an awful lot to get in there.
Robertson. Again, very deep defending by the Bulgarians. McCall. Durant. Yankov sliding in. Yankov felled by McCall, who hasn't played since the opening day of the season. That was August the 7th up here in Scotland. Picked up an injury that day, needed a hernia operation. Rather rushed back tonight. Oh, Durant got a boot in the face that was ducking down in the mind of the referee. Todorov. Ferguson, Durant with his mind back on the job. Stephen. First and again, this is not the first time he's given Levski a different kind of problem. Here's Duncan Ferguson, drifting it towards Haley. And it comes for Gary Stevens, who's got time to set the sights, pushed out by Morgoon. And in the end, it flew safely for Levski Sofia across the penalty area and out of play.
Well, that's the kind of area I was talking about. Gary Stevens can wander into almost at will. Number 4, Svetanov, has been dragged back and he's been dragged in narrow. And that kind of area is there for Gary Stevens.
Here's Durant for Haley. Morgoon is out. The crowd wondering why Durant didn't go for goal himself. And maybe he's wondering that now. Presley. Here's Stephen. Gary Stevens with a cross. Header out by Markov. Well, you have to say, that looked as though the goal was there for the taking by one or the other of them.
Well, this is a better attempt, in all honesty. It's a very tight angle from Gary Stevens, but he goes for goal. And Rangers don't have the luck of someone just there to knock it in. But this is a real chance. No offside there, no question of it. I thought Ian Durant's just going to knock this in. But he didn't do Mark Haley any favours by knocking it behind him. And the chance was lost. And what a chance.
Well, Morgoon has made 2 or 3 now. Very important contributions for Levski, Sofia. Once when he was found wanting, Kupchev got it off the line. Markov, who has been booked. Durant feels the referee's been lenient.
The only nice thing you can see about this tackle is he got there as quickly as he could. Look at that. So late.
Shot from Robertson. Well, Sasha Markov is walking a dangerous line here. Booked for not going back 10 yards of that earlier free kick, along with the player taking this goal kick, Kupchev. Who played in Motherwell's Scottish Cup winning side a couple of years ago, then fell out with that club, was involved in a long contract wrangle, during which time he had spells on loan in England at Liverpool and Bolton. Ian Ferguson. Well, it's just not coming off the ranges at the moment. Which can be so voluble in its support at the moment. Relatively quiet, certainly by Ibrox standards. And here's Bodimirov, looking to silence them even more. There's a player on, Trendafilov on this near side.
That's another little warning. Really is to Rangers.
Well, Archie Knox bouncing up and down on the bench. Clearly not happy with the way the team is performing. And Levski with plenty of confidence. It's Grigorash. They do believe they're a better side this season than they were when they won the Bulgarian Championship, and they won it by 8 points. Grigorash, one of the newcomers, a Romanian who played in the European Cup before, in the 89-90 season for Steaua Bucharest. Thomas Stephen, who's won a European medal, of course, with Everton, along with Gary Stevens, along with certain gentleman on my right as well.
Seems such a long time ago.
Well, it's more than 8 years ago now. Rangers try again from deep. Robertson. Here's Markov. Headed by Presley. Haley flicking it off. And a look as to where Duncan Ferguson was, but he has been asked, as we said at the start, to play wide on the left-hand side. And the only player perhaps who could have anticipated that, Ian Durant, who had ground to make up, trying to get close to Haley from a deeper position.
I'd like to see Ian Ferguson catch him up a little bit quicker. I mean, when the ball's played long, for him to gamble, like in that situation. Not only Duncan Ferguson, the 2 strikers to be gambling, but one of the central midfield players. Jake McCall's more of a holding player in there, but Ian Ferguson certainly has got the capabilities to break forward. I just feel he should be doing that or gambling a little bit more.
Todorov. Well, it's a big night here in the European Cup. It's a big night on Sunday, rather, a big afternoon on Sunday in the FA Carling Premiership. Manchester United against Arsenal, the top 2 in the division, head-to-head at Old Trafford, live on Sky Sports. Stephen, Haley's offside. It's been a stop-start sort of half for Rangers. Plenty of the ball.
It's very close, this. You see that? Sweeper pushing out, and when they cross like that, it's a difficult decision for the linesman. There wasn't an awful lot in that.
Levski went out in the first round of the Winners' Cup a year ago to a Swiss second division side, Lucerne. They've lost their last 6 rounds of European matches. But they're beginning to believe here that this might not be the worst time to draw the mighty Rangers, who have been out of sorts in their league. Without some key players, of course, Ali McCoist, Andy Gorham, at the last minute tonight, Richard Gough, who's been making a lot of headlines up here in Scotland, got secretly married last week, and then was far from secretive about his relationship with Andy Roxburgh, although the former Scotland boss had his own back, I think, by announcing his resignation on the day that Richard Gough's revelations were published in a local newspaper up here, getting plenty of space for himself. Borimirov. Svetanov. There's a left back with plenty of attacking ideas. Dafilov going in with a header. It was a weak one, but again, another rap across the knuckles for Rangers, who you fear would be happy to get to half-time and have a talk in the dressing room to sort 1 or 2 things out.
I think Walter Smith will be anxious to get to half-time, because this team, the Bulgarian champions, have grown and grown, and they've started, as you say, I think, to believe that perhaps there's something more than just holding out for a 0-0 draw in this game for them. And certainly in the last 10 minutes, they've asked 1 or 2 questions of their own.
But all that could change. Panic could set in if Rangers could raise the roof here by getting the first goal of the tie. And soon. Hoisted in by Presley. McPherson in there. Well, it could have looked anyway, but that for Rangers. Off the head of Ian Ferguson, controlled well initially by Presley. Here's Stevens. Robertson. Nice little touch by Borimirov. Taken on here by Kremenliev. Sven Dafilov. Kaiser because of his generalship on the pitch. Wasn't one of his better passes. And the last minute of the first half, plus stoppage time. Stephen just squeezing it through from the court. And waits for Robertson. That was a theatrical fall, and the referee wasn't fooled by it. Borimirov. Paul trying to get back to him, and given lack of match practice, that was an excellent piece of retrieving by tonight's Rangers captain. Duncan Ferguson and Durant getting in each other's way, and there's a little cameo of what's aggravating the crowd here. Borimirov. Todorov. Play on. Paul does that. Ferguson. Hakeley. The chance here for Rangers right on half-time. Cross just cut out.
There was much better pace in that build-up, but there really was. From back to front, everything happened so much quicker.
Durant with the corner. Muldoon comes through the crowd. McPherson! In stoppage time at the end of the first half. Muldoon is beaten by David McPherson.
Well, it always looked the most likely route, right from the first minute. Anything put into a decent area was going to cause the Bulgarians problems. Goalkeeper doesn't clear it. David McPherson certainly doesn't hit it very clean. But sometimes it's better just to hit them into the ground like Davey does there. And just bobbles it into the net, because it doesn't matter how they go in. This is a very important goal for Rangers. It all started from the space that Mark Hateley found there. Couldn't produce the cross. The goal resulting from the corner.
Trendafilov. At a time when Levski had their heads up and were looking, in truth, for the past 5 minutes or so, the more likely team to score. But Rangers found the aerial route, really, with a challenge from the corner. And the first to locate the loose ball was Dave McPherson. It papers over some of the cracks for Rangers in the first half. But they go in at half-time at Ibrox, leading Levski Sofia by 1-0.
If you want to see the best in snooker action, look no further than Sky Sports. A season of 8 major ranking tournaments featuring all the big names of the game. Stephen Hendry, John Barrett, Steve Davis and Jimmy White. Daytime and evening coverage of the Scottish Masters starts Wednesday at 2 live on Sky Sports.
Right, what's going on here, lads? Look, I know it's a long way, but what's going to happen if Mrs. Metcalf doesn't get her milk? The kids don't get their cornflakes. Dad doesn't get his porridge. And Mum doesn't get her cup of tea. So come on, lads. Look lively.
Wouldn't breakfast be a disaster if you didn't have fresh milk delivered every morning?
Well, I don't know what you're laughing at. Auntie Ethel's coming to tea. They want 2 extra.
Excuse me, do you remember your first dime? Aye. The first dime bar you ever had. Do you remember it?
Aye.
Dime bar? Dime bar? Hello? Crisp butter almond covered in smooth milk chocolate, so snap-crackingly good. You never forget your first dime.
That bloke's a nutter. Oi, nutter!
Price check at Gateway is still going strong.
This price on Topside, I can't go wrong. Look at the saving we've just found. Bananas at 25 pence a pound. 19 pence for this white bread. That's really low.
If you want to save money, you know where to go.
Cheddar cheese is cheaper, and so is Quick Routine.
Oh, my cat food, I save 10p.
Now all I need is a nice red wine.
Navarro Tinto, 169.
Thank goodness for Gateway.
Oh, yes, this is a fine service. Excellent forehand, brilliant backhand. Ooh, just inside the line there.
Insignia Rio and Olympian, it's a result.
Can you tell the difference between surf and higher-priced liquids? Put it to the test on stubborn stains like ketchup, gravy and butter. No liquid cleans better than surf because it's got all the stain digesters of other liquids. Look, no difference at all. Except it costs you less. That's the Surf difference. And if you're not completely satisfied, we'll give you your money back. Surf tackles stains, cuts costs. When you need some extra milk, just leave a note out.
48 extra silver cups?
Are you kidding?
No, I'm kidding.
Weeknights at 6, starting next Monday, Games World's back in a brand new series.
Monday.
5 contestants fight it out in the Eliminator.
Tuesday.
Pick up tips in the Joypad with Big Boy Barry.
Wednesday.
Round 2 of the Eliminator.
I refuse to lose.
Thursday.
Live night could be coming to your home.
Friday.
Time to defeat the Videators in Beat the Elite. Enter the world of Games World, starting Monday at 6 on Sky 1.
These are the stars and the movies in October on Sky.
Michael Douglas and Sharon Stone.
You're dealing with a devious, diabolical mind.
Basic Instinct.
Maybe there's something you're afraid to see.
Barbara Streisand and Nick Nolte, the Prince of Tides.
Chevy Chase and Daryl Hannah, Memoirs of an Invisible Man.
You never quite get over your first love.
John Mellencamp and Mariel Hemingway, Falling from Grace.
Chucky's back in Child's Play 3.
I'm new and improved.
Rod Steiger and John Turturro, Men of Respect.
I had the dream again.
Richard Gere, Kim Basinger. Final Analysis.
William Hurt is both patient and the doctor.
While Joe Pesci is both landlord and tenant.
And from director Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro, Nick Nolte and Jessica Lange, Cape Fear.
To subscribe, ring 0506 46 0000. That's 0506 46 0000.
Welcome back to a European Cup night at Ibrox Stadium. 1-0 to Rangers at half-time. Only just, mind you. 9 shots, 4 on target, 2 from Sofia. None on target as yet. They haven't forced a corner either, which is none too surprising in the first leg of a European tie. 2 bookings. They're lucky still to have 11 men on the park, aren't they? Ali McCoist, our guest tonight, the centre of attention at half-time, unusually. From both the east and the west enclosures. There he is.
That's my best position, actually, Richard.
Super Ali McCoist, 1-0. Just as I said.
Great game. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I think we deserve it. I think for 30-35 minutes we totally dominated the game. Perhaps should have scored then. And then for the next 8 or 9 minutes looked shaky. Let the Levski Sofia come back into the game. They had a couple of chances. And then we scored the goal sort of slightly against the run of play, but I still think we deserved it.
Let's have a look at it. There's a young man behind you looking for his first 5 minutes of fame. Here's the goal right on half-time.
We're always causing them 1 or 2 problems in the air at the back. And the goalkeeper doesn't get hold of that here. Big Davy just turns around, it's at his feet, and thankfully knocks it into the back of that net.
Should the goalkeeper really have been there?
I'm not really caring, Richard, I want to say. There you are, Big Davy just turns around there. There it is, nice, lovely. Just about the big man's distance as well.
You'd had the best part of half an hour at them. They were growing in stature, as Andy Gray was saying in commentary. That's against the run of play.
Correct. I think when we hadn't scored, I think they began to get a little bit of belief in themselves, and they started to open up a little bit, caused us 1 or 2 problems at the back. But then, as is often the case sometimes, we run up the park and score just when you're probably least expecting it. But just really pleased to see it go in. Really, we really needed it. Left foot as well. I'll have something to say about that, that's for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first time I've seen that in 2 years, actually, that left foot.
What about the chance that Ian Durant had? He should have scored, shouldn't he?
He should have done better with it, the wee man. He's just total football. He's not he scores some great goals, he really does, but at the same time, he's just total football, and really he should have a shot at goal, but I think he thought Big Mark had a tap in. I fancy him just to bend it there, but he tries to make it simple for the big man, and of course his shot is blocked. But really the wee man should have had a shot at goal there.
He didn't
You'd fancy him to score. No, he didn't.
Did
He gave him a bad ball, actually. Gave him it behind him into the bargain, which didn't help Big Mark. Really, we're looking to score there. Normally you'd fancy the wee man just to side foot that one away. He's definitely onside, actually. We had another look at it from the other side, and the linesman did very, very well. But it's a difficult ball for the big man. And it's a chance wasted, chance scorned.
What about the challenge of Markov's, who'd been booked as he stepped out of the wall and then launched into a tackle down this side that must have been worth a booking at least, which would have resulted in the sending off?
He certainly did, and my first indication was he must go. But at the same time, I think you've got to give credit to the referee. The referee's booked him. It is a bookable offence. I want to contradict myself. It's a bookable offence. But at the same time, the referee's done him a favour, because he was booked a little bit unluckily, I felt, maybe, for coming out the wall. That's a high court job, never mind the booking. But at the same time, the referee, I think, he knew it was him who they just booked a minute or two previously, and he's done him a favour there. He could have gone, but at the same time, he'd have been a little bit unlucky to go.
What now? That one, is that the start of 2, 3, 4?
Well, I don't know. It's important. The one thing we don't want to do, we don't want to lose one, Richard.
No.
And with 10 minutes to go there was signs where we could have lost one. We've got to keep it stable at the back, which we have been doing for the first half hour, 35 minutes. We can't lose a goal. If it stays at 1-0, 1-0's better than 2-1, remember. So I'm happy sitting at 1-0, and we'll see. We'll pick up bits and pieces and hopefully.
But they'll be looking for more, Rangers.
Oh, we've got to look for more. But you're playing at home, you've got to score as many goals as you can. But in a European tie, playing at the top level, it's just as important not to lose goals at home. We don't want to do that.
1-0 at Ibrox Stadium to Rangers at half-time. That really has got them on their toes outside now. Great opening 30, 35 minutes or so. Then Sofia were gaining in stature. Dave McPherson's goal separates the teams right now. Plenty of smiles. That wouldn't have been the case but for that goal right on half-time. And the pressure's off, eased. More from Ibrox in a moment or so.
So England are back on track for the World Cup finals, but they'll be watching the next two matches anxiously. Norway, unbeaten on top of the group table, take on Poland, still with an outside chance, while Holland need to get as many as possible past San Marino. It could all go down to goal difference. Exclusively live Wednesday from 6:45 on Sky Sports.
How can Surf powder clean so well and give you this much more washing for your money? Easy. Surf now comes in a range of bags, so it costs you less. And right now, you get 15% more powder. Surf. Tackle stains, cuts costs.
Ugh, burnt milk. Cream cleaner, I think. I think new Flash Liquid Gel. Liquid Gel means I have to do almost nothing. I'll prove it. Put it on, it does the work for you. You mean Flash Liquid Gel just melts it whilst you do nothing? But it's working and you're doing nothing. How did you do that? Nothing to it. On kitchen hobs, kitchen sinks and kitchen worktops. What are you doing? Nothing. Almost nothing to it with Flash Liquid Gel.
Old Spice. Feel the freshness. Hit the spray.
Meet Scratchy. Who? Scratchy. He may look pretty ordinary, but he's done something outstanding. What? He's found out how he could win anything from £5 to £10,000 while sitting in a chair.
In a chair?
Yeah.
How can I do it?
Just find a phone, sit down, dial 0891991186 and answer a few true or false sports statements correctly, and you could win anything from £5 to £10,000. Hey, where are you going?
To find a phone.
Scratch It, the new phone game where you could win up to £10,000. Just dial 0891991186 now.
I find your microbes fascinating.
You do?
They cause the dandruff.
So that's why you offered to wash my hair.
Why else?
But I thought...
Actually, I want to wash half in a medicated anti-dandruff shampoo and half in Head & Shoulders to show that Head & Shoulders neutralizes more of the microbes that cause dandruff. Look, on this side.
Still dandruff.
But with Head & Shoulders...
Nothing.
Except beautiful hair.
How can I thank you? Dinner, perhaps?
Not tonight. I'm washing my hair.
Head & Shoulders. Doesn't half-shift dandruff.
I used to think a wedding was a simple affair.
Dad, I'm with a man in Rome, and we're getting married.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I'm engaged. I'm getting married.
I was wrong.
Steve Martin is the father of the bride.
Hey, what do you think? Bought it at 75 and it still fits.
He's in over his head. He's losing his grip. All because there's a new man
He's like you, Dad, except he's brilliant.
in his little girl's life.
My first car didn't cost $1,200.
Welcome to the 90s, Mr. Bond.
Steve Martin, Diane Keaton, and Martin Short.
Drive carefully. And don't forget to fasten your condom.
Dad!
Seatbelt. Father of the Bride premieres in the Steve Martin weekend, coming soon on Sky Movies.
Welcome back to Ibrox. 1-0 to Rangers at half-time. They'll need, or they'll certainly be looking for more than that in this second half as we rejoin Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
Thank you, Richard. The one goal from Davy McPherson. Reward, really, for some very enterprising play, bursting forward from the back whenever the opportunity presented itself. Well, Rangers have conceded 99 goals in the European Cup to date. They won't want it to go to 100 tonight. No substitutions for either side during the half-time break. Clemendiev. Here's Presley. Hately dragging his marker across here and getting the ball in front of him. Tall Slavchev. Duncan Ferguson. So Rangers taking the lead in stoppage time at the end of the first half. Rather spoiling what was Levski, Sofia's best spell of the game. And they really looked as though they were believing in themselves and their way of playing. Not a trip. If it wasn't intentional. Certainly a Rangers throw. Hately being told to get up and get on with it by the referee.
I think the referee's probably right there.
Stephen. Ian Ferguson with the challenge. Just announced their profits for the last tax year of £3.25 million. But of course, since that tax year was closed, they've spent money, particularly on this fella. Todorov. Ian Ferguson. Back for Grigorash. Hesitation by Stevens. And then, oh, somebody had to take decisive action, and it was Presley.
Well, he just miscontrols it, Gary Stevens, that's all there. And suddenly he's in a little bit of trouble.
Svetanov. Current Bulgarian left-back with a terrific cross. Just looking a little bit powder puff in front of goal, Levski, Sofia.
Tell you what, David Preston's got a vital goal, but that was a vital defensive header he provided there.
He was getting applauded by his teammates as Rangers started to put that attack together. Lenkov, Svetanov. Trying to roll it into the feet of Grigorash. It came his way by an unexpected route.